Ayurveda is not one herb, it is not one diet, it is not only yoga, and it is definitely not a 30-second body type quiz. Think about fitness. Training creates stress, recovery, rebuild the body. Too little training may produce little to no progress. Too much training without recovery may produce fatigue, injury, and poor performance. For the past few years, I have been deeply interested in training nutrition, yoga, breathwork, personal growth, and the connection between our mental and physical health. And recently, I began listening to Dr. Vasant Lad's audiobook on Ayurveda. One thing immediately stood out to me. Ayurveda does not begin by asking only, what disease do you have? It also asks, how do you live? When do you sleep? How do you eat? How does your digestion respond? What climate are you living in? How is your mind behaving? What is your natural tendency? And what has changed recently? Now, those questions sound surprisingly modern, but that does not automatically mean every Ayurvedic answer is scientifically correct. A good question can be valuable even when the original explanation need to be examined. That is the purpose of this series: ancient ideas, modern evidence, and honest limitations. The word Ayurveda is often translated as the knowledge or science of life. And life here does not mean whether you have disease. It includes the body, mind, habit, food, sleep, environment, season, relationships, and the way a person changes over time. WHO described traditional medicine as knowledge, practice, and philosophies that originated in historical and cultural contexts before modern biomedicine. These systems often use personalized and whole person approaches. Ayurveda belongs to that category. But it is important to understand something. Ayurveda is not one herb, it is not one diet, it is not only yoga, and it is definitely not a 30-second body type quiz. It is a complete traditional system with its own philosophy, diagnostic language, and methods of treatment. You may have heard people say Ayurveda is exactly 5,000 years old. The honest answer is more nuanced. Ayurveda has very ancient roots, and health ideas developed in India over several millennia. But the major texts we possess today were compiled, edited, and transmitted across different historical periods. So, instead of claiming one exact birthday, it is more accurate to say Ayurveda emerged from ancient Indian traditions and developed into a sophisticated medical literature over many centuries. That matter because traditions evolve. They are not frozen in time. Different generations added observations, medicines, procedures, and interpretations. So, when someone says this exact product has been scientifically trusted for 5,000 years, we should be careful. Historical age may show cultural importance. It does not automatically prove safety or effectiveness. Three names are especially important. First is the Charaka Samhita. Charaka is strongly associated with internal medicine, understanding illness, preserving health, examining the patient, diet, medical preparations, and physician conduct. Second is Sushruta Samhita. Sushruta is especially famous for surgery, wound, instruments, anatomy, and procedural training. Historical scholarships recognizes that the text documented an unusual systematic interest in anatomy and surgical methods for its time. Third is the Ashtanga Hridaya, connected with Vagbhata. It brought many earlier ideas into a more concise and organized form. Together, these texts show that Ayurveda was not just household advice. It was an organized intellectual and medical tradition asking serious questions about health, suffering, treatment, and prevention. At the same time, respecting historical achievement does not require pretending that ancient anatomy, disease theories, or treatments are equal to current medical knowledge. We can respect the achievements and still apply evidence. The word you will hear repeatedly in Ayurveda is balance. But balance does not necessarily mean that everything inside you must be equal. Think about fitness. Training creates stress, recovery, rebuild the body. Too little training may produce little to no progress. Too much training without recovery may produce fatigue, injury, and poor performance. Health exists through adaptations, not through doing nothing. Ayurveda also look at health as a dynamic relationships among the person, habit, environment, and time. It asks whether your appetite, sleep, elimination, energy, and mental state are functioning appropriately. That broad idea that health is influenced by multiple connected factors is reasonable, but Ayurveda explains this relationship through traditional concepts that modern science does not use in the same way. The most famous of those concepts are the three doshas. Ayurveda describes nature through 5 broad elements: space, air, fire, water, and earth. These are not chemical elements from the periodic table. These are traditional categories representing qualities. Fire can represent heat and transformation. Water can represent flow and cohesion. Earth can represent stability and structure. These qualities are organized into 3 doshas. Vata is associated with movement, change, dryness, and mobility. Pitta is associated with heat, digestion, and transformation. Kapha is associated with stability, moisture, and structure. In modern wellness culture, people sometimes say Vata is the nervous system, Pitta is metabolism, Kapha is body fat. But those equations are too simplistic. Doshas are traditional concepts. They have not been established as organs, hormones, genes, or measurable biological forces. Researchers have explored whether Ayurvedic constitutional types may correlate with genetic or physiological patterns, but this remains an emerging research area, not settled science. So, you can use doshas as a traditional framework for observation, but you should not use them to replace blood tests, medical diagnosis, or professional evaluation. Ayurveda makes another useful distinction. It speaks about Prakriti, your underlying constitution, and Vikriti, your current condition or imbalance. Let us use a simple coaching example. A person may normally be calm, energetic, and consistent, but after 3 months of night shift, poor food, financial stress, and limited sleep, that person becomes anxious, constipated, exhausted, and mentally foggy. Their baseline tendencies are one thing, but their present state is another. That distinction makes sense conceptually. But again, Prakriti is not the same as DNA and Vikriti is not a medical diagnosis. The value is in remembering that people have both long-term traits and changing short-term conditions. Another major Ayurvedic concept is Agni, often translated as digestive fire. Agni include appetite, digestion, assimilation, and transformation. Today, we understand digestion through many specific systems: stomach acid, enzymes, the liver, pancreas, gut mobility, hormones, the nervous system, and the microbiome. Agni is not identical to any of those things, and the microbiome is not simply Agni scientifically proven. But Ayurveda's attention to digestion reflect an important observation. How we eat and digest can influence energy, comfort, mood, training, and recovery. Think about your own experience. Have you ever eaten a very heavy meal before training and felt slow? Have you skipped food for too long and become irritable? Have stress and poor sleep disturb your appetite? These are real experiences. Modern physiology explains them through measurable mechanisms. Ayurveda grouped them through a wider traditional concepts. These two languages may sometimes discuss similar human experiences, but that does not make their explanations identical. This brings us to one of the most misused words in online wellness: toxins. Ayurveda uses the term ama for material believed to result from incomplete digestion or transformation. Online, ama is often presented as if it is one scientifically identified poison hiding inside the body. It is not. Ama is a traditional category, not a single substance that can currently be measured with one blood test. Your body certainly produces waste. Humans can be exposed to real toxins such as lead or pollutants, but we should not combine every form of fatigue, bloating, inflammation, and disease into one vague word. And we should be very cautious when someone uses the word toxins to sell an expensive cleanse. NCCIH warned that detox claims are frequently unsupported and that certain cleansing practices can cause harm. Your liver, kidneys, lungs, and gastrointestinal system already perform essential functions related to processing and eliminating substances. If you suspect toxic exposure, you need proper medical assessment, not only a detox tea. So, what can Ayurveda contribute to modern conversation? First, it reminds us that lifestyle matter, sleep matter, food quality matter, daily rhythm matter, stress matters, movement matter, environment matter, and the same recommendation does not suit every person equally. These are valuable principles, but we must separate the broad principle from the specific claim. For example, regular sleep support health is supported by modern research. Everyone must sleep during one exact doshic period because Kapha energy take control is a traditional explanation that has not been established scientifically yet. People respond differently to food is true. A dosha quiz can diagnose all your food intolerances is not established. Stress affect digestion is supported by physiology. Every digestion symptom is caused by weak Agni is too broad. That separation is the foundation of honest, integrative health. People often ask, does Ayurveda work? But that question is too large. Imagine asking, does modern medicine work? Which part? Antibiotics, physiotherapy, chemotherapy, sleep advice, surgery, a specific medication? The same reasoning apply to Ayurveda. Yoga is not the same intervention as an herbal powder. Massage is not the same as therapeutic vomiting. Turmeric is not the same as a metal-containing formulation. Medication is not the same as replacing diabetes medication with herbs. Each treatment needs to be studied separately. NCCIH report that some small studies suggest possible benefit from certain Ayurvedic preparations or approaches for conditions such as osteoarthritis or type 2 diabetes, but the overall evidence is limited and often affected by study quality problems. So the honest answer is some practices may be useful, some are still uncertain, some are unsupported, and some may be harmful. This is the section that wellness influencers often avoid. Some Ayurvedic preparations have been found to contain lead, mercury, or arsenic at toxic levels. Sometimes metals are intentionally included according to certain traditions. In other cases, contamination or poor manufacturing may be responsible. Either way, the risk is real. Herbs can also interact with prescription medication. Some may affect blood sugar, blood pressure, sedation, bleeding risk, or liver function. Pregnant and breastfeeding people need additional caution. So, never assume it is Ayurvedic, therefore it is safe. Ask, what is the exact ingredients in it? What dose? What form? Who manufactured it? Was it independently tested? What medications is the person taking? Is there reliable human research? Are there known side effects? Natural is a description of origin. It is not proof of safety. WHO is now investing more attention in traditional medicine because it is widely used across the world. But WHO is not saying all traditional medicine work. Its 2025 to 2034 strategy emphasizes evidence, research, regulation, safety, effectiveness, and appropriate integration into health system. That is an important difference. The goal should not be to force people to choose between ancient and modern medicine. The goal should be to study claim honestly, preserve useful knowledge, test treatments carefully, protect cultural traditions, regulate products, and prevent people from being harmed by misinformation. So, what is Ayurveda really? It is an ancient Indian system of health and medicine. It is a historical record of generations observing the body, behavior, food, environment, and illness. It is a philosophy of living. It is also a collection of practices with every different level of evidence. It contains ideas that may inspire useful modern habits. It contains claims that still require serious research. And it contains interventions that should never be used casually. My biggest lesson from beginning this study is we do not have to choose between blind belief and blind rejection. We can be curious without becoming gullible. We can respect tradition without pretending every ancient explanation is scientifically proven. And we can value modern medicine without believing that health begins only after disease appears. Now, I want to hear from you. When you first heard about Ayurveda, what did you think it was? A medical system? A lifestyle? A spiritual practice? Or simply herbs and doshas? Write your answers in the comment, and in the next episode, we will go deeper into one of Ayurveda's most famous and most controversial ideas. Vata, Pitta, Kapha are doshas, biological body types, physiological patterns, or simply a traditional system of observation. Until then, keep learning, keep questioning, and do not outsource your health decision to a 30-second reel.